Toriyama-sama. I'm not sure where to begin, but I'll try to let the words flow out of me, as the tears have been. Someone who was lighthearted, so I will try my best. I'm not sure what my life would look like if it wasn't for Akira Toriyama and the creation he brought to this world. Dragon Ball Z was my introduction to anime. Without it, I may never have come to know the amazing world of anime and manga. Akira Toriyama has reached billions of people around the world over his 45 years of work, from Wonder Island in 1978 to Dr. Slump. Then Dragon Boy, which evolved into the global success we know as Dragon Ball in 1984. He revolutionized Weekly Shonen Jump and became character designer of the Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger games. Throughout his life, he gifted us many manga, movies, anime, and over 150 video games to this floating rock in space. Toriyama was a very recluse person, rarely appearing in interviews. Due to his shyness, he even created an avatar extension of himself, known as Robo Toriyama, aka Toribot. Even without speaking, Toriyama-san created an everlasting conversation that goes beyond language barriers and bridges the oceans between us. The anime and manga realm would not be what it is today without Akira Toriyama. His character designing, character development, and storytelling are unparalleled. Dragon Ball Z landed its sand space pod on US soil in 1996 and has been in my heart since. The inspiration the world of Dragon Ball has brought was a pivotal role during the developmental years of countless lives, inspiring hundreds of millions of people to become artists, writers, fellow mangakas. It started fitness journeys for many, and some began studying martial arts. Mostly, it inspired us to be better humans. Dragon Ball taught us to believe in ourselves, embrace our strengths and weaknesses, learn from our failures, the power in friendship and forgiveness, proving you can persevere through seemingly insurmountable odds. Hope is never lost, even during the worst times. Embrace the journey. We were shown, even if there are times when one does wrong, it doesn't define who they are, for there is opportunity to redeem themselves. With ink and imagination, Toriyama sensei gave all these lessons through Dragon Ball. Sensei was never one to quit or give up. He would not want that for Son Goku and the Z Warriors, and he would not want that for us, so I never have. Over the 30 years I've spent with the Dragon Ball world, rewatching countless times, it always welcomed me with a warm hug. Being enthralled from the first moment I witnessed Goku and friends. It's the reason I started listening to Japanese music, learning anime theme songs in Japanese and English. Dragon Ball inspired me to become an artist, and all the aforementioned sentiments. It's how I tackle challenges in life.
We will fight for love and glory. We will live to tell the story. There is nothing we can live through. Nothing ever dies. We will rise again. Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop.
I can remember the times in school when my friend and I would draw the characters in our notebooks instead of listening to the teacher in class. I even drew some on the test. And then racing home to rock the dragon and talk about it every day in school the next week. I thank my dad for encouraging my passion for Dragon Ball, watching with me and giving me surprises whenever he sees anything Dragon Ball or anime related, always being excited to tell me about it and bring it home for me. It made our bond stronger. It is because of Dragon Ball that I have made lifelong friendships. I've forged bonds that will never falter. Sometimes we were made fun of for liking anime, or manga, or Dragon Ball. But every time I watched, I was encouraged to show resilience. I wore my DBZ shirts proudly, and still do, no matter what age in life. Dragon Ball has been there. I've pushed myself even further beyond, many times. My gratitude for the essence of Dragon Ball is unwavering. I remember finding out about the meeting between Jackie Chan and Akira Toriyama. I was so delighted when I learned they knew each other. The thought of the creator of my favorite anime meeting my favorite martial artist still brings a smile to my face. My heart filled with happiness even more so when I read the influence they had on one another. Jackie Chan stating that he took influence from Dr. Slump when making his movies, even dressing up as Arale-chan for a fight scene in My Lucky Stars. Toriyama sensei gaining inspiration from Jackie's film, The Drunken Master, which was coincidentally my favorite Jackie Chan movie. He revealed the film helped him with the idea for Dragon Ball, in turn giving Master Roshi the alias Jackie Chun. Unbeknownst to me at the time, now hearing it again, I can understand why I love the works of both men so much. I can see the similarities with Goku and Jackie. From Toonami, and even now, I still pop in my VHS tapes of DBZ so I can relive the journey all over again. For my journey would be different without Dragon Ball. I would not have met the friends I've made through school, conventions, or video games. Without Dragon Ball, I would feel lost, and the Dragon Radar would not be able to find me. It is the year of the dragon. In this 40th year anniversary of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama's Bird Studio released a statement. Dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st due to acute subdural hematoma. He was in age of 68. It's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. Also, he would have many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks to the support of so many people around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. We inform you this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during his lifetime. The culture that Toriyama and Dragon Ball created has impacted the universe. Even if you don't know who Goku is, you know who Goku is. With Toriyama Sensei ascending, there has been an outpouring of love and gratitude across the globe. Celebrities, famous musicians, even from world leaders on multiple continents, people from all walks of life, sharing the impact he had on their lives and this world. We might not all share the same language, or lifestyle, or beliefs, but we all have Dragon Ball.
Gracias, Akira! Akira!
We all tried to do the Kamehameha, and I'm sure we've all screamed till we were lightheaded, trying to go Super Saiyan at one point. These are statements from fellow colleagues and mangakas. It is too early. The hole is too big. Sadness washes over me when I think that I will never see him again. I have admired him so much since I was a child. So I remember the day he called me by name for the first time. On the way home from the day you used the word friend for me and Kishimoto, I remember being overjoyed with Kishimoto. I also remember the last conversation we had. I was one of those who took the baton from the days when reading manga made you a fool, and he also created an era when both adults and children could enjoy reading manga. He showed us the dream that manga can go worldwide. It was like watching a hero going forward for not only mangakas, but also creators in various industries. The excitement and emotion of the time of Dragon Ball's serialization must have taken root in their childhood. His existence is like a big tree. For the manga artist of our generation who stood on the same stage, Toriyama's works became more and more important to me as I got closer to the same stage. I even felt being scary, but I am just happy to see the aloof man himself again, because we love him on a blood level. With respect and gratitude for the creative world he has left behind, I pray for his soulful rest in peace. May heaven be the joyous world he envisioned. Oda Ichiro. Honestly, I don't know what to write or how to write about something so sudden. However, for now, I would like to express my thoughts and feelings to Toriyama sensei, something I wish he would have asked me someday. I grew up with Dr. Slump in the lower grades of elementary school and Dragon Ball in the upper grades, and it was natural for me to have his manga next to me as part of my life. Even if I had a bad experience, watching Dragon Ball every week made me forget about it. It was a relief for me, a country boy who had nothing, because Dragon Ball was really fun. It was when I was a university student. Suddenly, the Dragon Ball that had been part of my life for so many years ended. I felt an incredible sense of loss and didn't know what to look forward to. But at the same time, it was also an opportunity for me to truly understand the greatness of the teacher who created Dragon Ball. I also want to create works like yours. I want to be like my teacher. As I followed in my teacher's footsteps and aspired to become a manga artist, that feeling of loss began to disappear. Because making comics was fun. I was able to find new fun by following my teacher. My teacher has always been my guide. I admired it. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I would like to express my gratitude to the teacher. For me, he was the god of salvation and the god of manga. When we met for the first time, I was so nervous that I couldn't say a word. However, after meeting him many times at the Tezuka Prize Screening Committee, we became able to talk. As Dragon Ball children, I and Mr. Oda went back to being children again. And when we talked excitedly about how much Dragon Ball was fun, as if we were competing with each other, I forgot how he looked a little embarrassed and smiled at me. I can't. I have just received the news of the death of my teacher. I feel an even greater sense of loss than when Dragon Ball ended. I still don't know how to deal with this hole in my heart. Now I can't even read my favorite Dragon Ball. I don't feel like I've been able to properly write this sentence that I want to convey to my teacher. If Dragon Ball's one wish really comes true, I'm sorry. Maybe that's selfish. But it's sad, Sensei. Thank you, Akira Toriyama Sensei, for all of your enjoyable works over the past 45 years. And thank you very much for your hard work. We are sure that the remaining family members are still deeply hurt. Please take care of yourself. I pray that Mr. Akira Toriyama rest in peace. Kishimoto Musashi. I feel drained, and my energy is not up to the task. I don't want to comment on such things, but I will write something. If I start writing, there are so many things I want to say that it will probably be very long, but I will try to keep it as compact as possible. I just don't have coherent feelings right now, so please forgive my rambling. Even when I think back on it, when I visited your house, when you came to stay at my house, when we went out for fun, all of them were nothing but happy memories. And every time I called you, I laughed to the point of exhaustion. You were a funny man. You were slovenly, cute, tongue-tied, and humble. In my day job, drawing manga, we did collaborations and stuff, and that was fun too. But 99% of the time, we never talked about manga. As mangaka, we were so different in the landscapes we saw and the level of artist that I was never conscious of your greatness. I understand that, but I didn't feel that in the slightest when I was in contact with you. It's your personality. So rather than a great mangaka, I still think of you only as a friend. Last summer, before I had my surgery, you seemed to have heard about it somewhere and emailed me. Really, emails are rare, and you were quite concerned about my health. We have known each other for 40 years, but I don't think I have ever received such a kind email from Toriyama-san. I thought it was going to snow. He usually only jokes or talks nonsense. I don't have time to worry about other people. When I called him, I think it was a little before that, I said, I'm probably going to pass away first, so please hold a farewell party, or something, and I'd like you to organize it, Toriyama-san. Also, please give a speech, so that I can be a foil. He promised me, but couldn't keep his promise. I don't know why I didn't call you after you emailed me, and that's what I regret so much. I'm only sorry that we can no longer have long phone calls to talk about trivial things. I have all kinds of things to talk about. I would like to talk to you again, even if you have to listen to my ramblings, as usual, about things that don't interest you. It's no good that the last time you responded to my email asking you to contact me again, you wrote a lighthearted, okay. It is deeply painful. Katsura Masakazu. Without Toriyama Sensei's creations, the scope of anime and manga would be unrecognizable, and many franchises would never exist. With not only anime and manga, Dragon Ball was influential in music, movies, TV shows, sports, and cartoons.
I just had a running conversation with him for 6 months about Dragon Ball Z.
They have these orbs of power.
They're called Dragon Balls. Look.
But I'm reformed. I'm like Vegeta on Dragon Ball Z. I used to be a pure Saiyan, and now I fight on the side of Goku. You want to play Dragon Ball Z?
All I have to do is believe in myself.
I mean, my son, my kid, he likes cartoons. I love cartoons. I mean, it's my fault. It's my fault because I wanted to watch that show, that really good show. You know, the Dragon Ball show.
Dragon Ball Z.
You know, with the guy with the funny hair and. You know, that's my favorite. You know.
We just got the photo and ID of Claudia's mystery visitor.
Yeah, he signed in under the alias Son Goku, which, if you liked anime, would be hilarious.
Looks like I'll have to use my full power to fight you, Billy. Bring it on, baby cakes.
If we never spent time at Kami House,
Strange. It feels like there's nothing there. It's your balls, Bulma. They're gone. There he is. Hello.
Yes, keep on trucking.
if we never got to take a driver's test with Piccolo and Goku,
Was that a challenge? Well, if it's a race you want, it's a race you'll get.
if we never gave our energy for that spirit bomb, the world would be a different place. But we did. I often wondered what it would be like to live in the world of Dragon Ball. Even recently I was asked, what fantasy universe would you like to live your life in? I responded, always wanted to live in a Dragon Ball world. Perhaps because when someone passes, you can always bring them back with the Dragon Balls. But we don't have those Dragon Balls. I hoped one day I would meet Akira Toriyama to thank him.
Vegeta, thanks.
For what? I should be thanking you, Kakarot.
Nah, what do you mean? I loved every minute. Goodbye, my friend.
I feel as though I did get to know Sensei in a way, through his characters, his love of using food and drinks to create their names, and now people use those names for their children. Even Korin and Beerus were based on the characteristics and personalities of his own cats. By now, you've made it past King Yama and across Snake Way. Until I see you in Otherworld, I know you and King Kai are making each other laugh endlessly. From over 9,000 to seemingly immeasurable power levels, the impact and the gift you gave us is truly immeasurable.
I just came to say goodbye. You've always been there for me when I've needed help. You'll always be one of my best friends.
You still think about us when you're in Otherworld, don't you, buddy?
So long, everybody!
The goal isn't to live forever. It's to create something that will. Love and tranquility to you and your family. I'm forever grateful, Sensei. Arigato gozaimashita.
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why got out of bed at all. The morning rain clouds up my window, and I can see it all. so bad. It's not so bad.
We've come a long way from where we began, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. When I see you again. Everything I went through, you were standing here by my side, and now you got me with me for the last time. So let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began, and I'll tell you all about it.